Partial collapse of Taichung apartment likely due to seawater concrete. 4 hikers found dead in Taiwan's mountains. Record low humidity in Taipei sparks shock. North Korea tests new missiles against US-South Korea drills. London Heathrow Airport resumes flights after power outage. US imposes travel ban on former Argentine president. Ex-F1 team owner and media personality dies at 76. World's happiest countries in 2025.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, March 24th, broad tuberculosis day, and here are your top stories. In local news, a 6-story apartment in Taichung's Qingshui district partially collapsed on 22nd, with the 5th and 6th floors caving in. No injuries were reported as the affected floors were unoccupied. Experts suspect the cause to be seawater contaminated concrete. Rescue teams recovered 4 bodies in Nantou County, including 2 hikers who fell 380 meters on Yushan. A solo climber went missing on Nengao Historic Trail, while another perished near Hehuan West Peak. Officials warn of icy dangers despite sunny weather. As the cold air mass weakens, most areas see clear skies. However, Taipei recorded just 8% humidity on Friday, the lowest in 40 years. Many residents complained of relentless static shocks, joking that they were questioning life due to the extreme dryness. And in global news, North Korea said Friday that it had test-launched new anti-aircraft missiles as its military threatened unspecified grave steps against the U.S. and South Korea over their joint military drills, which it views as an invasion rehearsal. Kim Jong-un oversaw the tests on Thursday and called the missiles involved another major defense weapon system for North Korea. The missile launches occurred on the same day that the U.S. and South Korean militaries concluded their annual Freedom Shield Command Post exercise.
The 11-day training was the Allies' first major joint military exercise since the inauguration of President Donald Trump in January, and the 2 countries conducted various field training exercises alongside the Freedom Shield drills. U.S. and South Korean officials described their combined military drills as defensive in nature, but North Korea condemns them as a major security threat. Hours after this year's Freedom Shield training began on March 10, North Korea fired several ballistic missiles into the sea. Trump has said he is willing to reach out to Kim to revive their nuclear diplomacy, but North Korea has not made any public response to Trump's overture.
London's Heathrow Airport said Saturday that it has restarted flights after a massive fire caused a pre-dawn power outage on Friday at the global transport hub, disrupting travelers around the world and sending thousands of people scrambling to make alternate plans. A notice on the airport's website said, "We're running all flights as scheduled, including additional flights to support reconnecting passengers and repositioning aircraft." However, it encouraged travelers to check with their airline before heading to the airport.
It's important to remember that large airports such as Heathrow take up about as much energy as a small city. And so I've spoken to the chief executive of Heathrow about what has happened and any lessons that might be learned for the future. But I'm confident that Heathrow is a world-class airport that provides excellent services day in, day out to millions of passengers and businesses all over the world.
The blackout produced eerie scenes of the emptied airport. In one case, people had to haul their heavy luggage down a darkened stairwell, using only a cell phone to light the way, as stranded travelers in far-flung terminals sat and searched their phones for answers. While the fire had been almost entirely extinguished by Friday afternoon, more than 1,300 flights and 200,000 passengers were affected by the closure. The shutdown caused widespread confusion and chaos for travelers in London and around the globe. Many posted on social media after being temporarily stranded at airports worldwide when their flights were cancelled.
The State Department has banned former Argentine President Cristina Fernandez from entering the United States, accusing her of involvement in significant corruption while in office. The State Department also banned Fernandez's planning minister, Julio Miguel de Vito, and their families. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said in a statement that both of them abused their positions by orchestrating and financially benefiting from multiple bribery schemes involving public works contracts, resulting in millions of dollars stolen from the Argentine government.
He noted that multiple courts had convicted the pair on corruption charges. Rubio said, "The United States will continue to promote accountability for those who abuse public power for personal gain. These designations reaffirm our commitment to counter global corruption, including at the highest levels of government." In November, a tribunal in Argentina upheld a 6-year prison sentence and a lifetime ban from holding public office against Fernandez. The former president was convicted and sentenced in 2022 by a 3-judge panel for a fraud scheme that embezzled millions of dollars through public works projects during her presidency. Fernandez has denied all the accusations and is not in prison.
Ex-Formula One team owner and media personality Eddie Jordan has died, according to a statement by his family. He was 76, often known simply as EJ. He ran his own Jordan team in Formula One during the 1990s and 2000s. His humor, strong opinions, and often extravagant dress sense made Jordan a popular pundit on TV after selling the team in 2005. Jordan had been undergoing treatment for what he had called quite aggressive bladder and prostate cancer, which had spread to his spine and pelvis.
F1 President and Chief Executive Stefano Domenicali, who was a senior Ferrari employee when Jordan owned his team, said, "EJ brought an abundance of charisma, energy, and Irish charm everywhere he went. We all have a huge hole missing without his presence. He will be missed by so many people, but he leaves us with tons of great memories to keep us smiling through our sorrow." Jordan was a protagonist of an era of F1, and he will be deeply missed. Irish businessman Jordan operated his own racing team in lower-level series before moving up to F1 in 1991, giving future 7-time champion Michael Schumacher his first race that year.
The world's happiest country has managed to keep its #1 ranking for 8 years running, but the picture in the United States isn't so rosy. While Finland once again tops the World Happiness Report's rankings, the United States at number 24 earned its lowest ranking yet in the 2025 report. The 13th edition of the annual report marks the United Nations International Day of Happiness on March 20th. The report finds that in the United States and parts of Europe, declining happiness and social trust have contributed significantly to the rise of political polarization and votes against the system.
But in brighter news, global research shows that people are much kinder than we expect. The report draws on Gallup World Poll data from people in more than 140 countries. Countries are ranked on happiness based on their average life evaluations over the 3 preceding years, in this case 2022 to 2024. The report is a partnership of Gallup, the Oxford Wellbeing Research Center, the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network, and an editorial board. The survey asks each participant to score their life as a whole, and rankings are based on those life evaluations. The report then looks at 6 key variables to help explain life evaluations: GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom, generosity, and perceptions of corruption.
The answer for last Friday was B, infrastructure. The government is investing heavily in infrastructure development to improve the nation's economy. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. London's Heathrow Airport resumes flights after power outage. Number 1, hub, 枢纽中心. Taipei Main Station is a major transportation hub in Taiwan. Number 2, alternate, 替代的、交替的，动词是 alternate, 交替轮流. We need to find an alternate route due to the traffic jam. The weather alternates between sunny and rainy these days. Number 3, reposition, 重新放置、调整位置. The company decided to reposition its brand to attract younger customers. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. World Tuberculosis Day focuses on a global challenge that affects millions every year. The day marks the anniversary of Dr. Robert Koch's groundbreaking discovery of the bacterium Causing tuberculosis. It's a day that brings people together, raising awareness about the impact of TB and the ongoing efforts to beat it. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host, and I will see you next time.